Hello, I'm Ilserwin and welcome back to Beholder 2, the full game this time. Sorry, Cunningham. There's no way I can skip it either, I'm sorry. Well, that just kind of ruined the moment, didn't it? Okay, buddy, one second, let me just have a look around. The only thing here is this. This is the only thing here. Wrong password. Excellent! I can't even interact with anything. Nice. Well, that ruined whatever I was planning. Okay, so that's all that's in your console and like... Yeah, that's it. This is it. This is it. Wait, is there something over here? Nope, it's just okay. Hey buddy, what's up? Sorry. Okay, I kind of had to look around. Okay, let's do this. I'm sure you figured a lot of things out as you scrambled your way up to the top, but I imagine you still have a lot of questions. Ask away. We have plenty of time. It's just okay. Okay, so who are you really? Who are you? I'm George Shenanigans, and now. And now, without any false modesty, I can say that I am the smartest member of the inner circle. You were the person Collab! You were the person Collab was trying to warn about, right? This one that was slippery? Inner circle? Evan, we read about this! That's what we call the elite group of people who really govern this country. The rest all laugh at me. They saw my return of being a senior manager in the Citizens Appeal Department as a foolish flight of fancy. They even came up with this word for it, downshifting. But only there, down below, can you see all the vulnerabilities of the system? Only by pretending to be one of the mere mortals could I find ways to access other structures, such as the Internal Investigations Division. All it took was a little dirt scrape wrapped up from the very bottom. Just 342 incoherent reports, a little indirect evidence of the rest of the inner circle being corrupted, 14 blurry photos to be exact, and that was it. James Aldous Cunningham took the bait and started digging. Oh my fuck! You just had to do this. You just had to bring up all these questions for me to ask. How is this possible? You were executed. I saw you hanged in public with my own eyes. You weren't the only one who witnessed it, but that was the point. There was nothing supernatural about it. Bribes for the guards, a climbing safety ring under my jacket, a couple of clasps, and a hook for the noose. The really hard part was having to hang there without moving after the little show for the following 18 hours and 43 minutes. Wow. But why? You know, you seem like a smart man. You made your way to the top after all, and yet you still don't get some very simple things. Strange. Dude, we're both idiots and geniuses. Don't judge me. Us. It's so the others think I'm no longer around. My rivals are more dangerous than yours, Evan. Dude, I'm sorry to think you are my rival. What rivals? The other floor bosses, Evan. Yeah, see? Ferguson, Deslava, Weinberg, while I was dead, they were competing with each other, thinking that they didn't have to worry about anyone else behind their backs. Okay, that's about the inner circle. Tell me about the inner circle. Really? Ferguson, Deslava, Weinberg, and your father? That's the whole inner circle? Wow, really? Huh. Guess it's just you and me now, huh? What about the wise leader? Doesn't he? Dude, Evan! This was in your father's report. He doesn't exist! Evan, are you really that much of a fool? That old loon never ruled anything. It's been that way from the very... Wait, he actually exists? He actually exists? Wait, so the leaders... I thought the leader was just like an image after I read like one of the diary pages, but like he actually exists? What? Just wait, you'll still have a chance to chat with him today, and why not? You've definitely earned your audience. So he's actually alive! Wait, so the Great Leader actually exists, or is he just like, you know, just a random-ass image that you guys created using Photoshop? Why did you kill him? Nothing personal. Cunningham had played his part, and therefore it was time to remove him. He became a waste material. What was his part? Yeah, what was his part? He may have mentioned that he had a superior. I was that superior, although he never once saw me and received all his orders by telephone. And he received all his... Okay. I didn't think he ever even guessed that the first circumstantial evidence he found on the inner circle also came from me. Okay. He used you, and I used him to eliminate my competitors and gain access to the Hemidile project through— Oh, fuck you. Okay, let me guess, you killed my father. Was my father involved? Your father worked on Hemidile, not by himself, of course. He was a talented administrator and politician, but no scientist. So you killed him. He did achieve a real breakthrough. His team discovered how to completely block the signal for individual recipients. Without this, there would have been no point to the project. The entirety of the powerful elite would also be under the influence of the signal. I, for one, didn't much fancy becoming a slobbering idiot, jumping through hoops for whoever's standing at the control panel. Okay? Put simply, Hemidile is as much as Caleb Redgrave's child as you are, and considering the fact that you are and your father barely spoke to each other, I could not unequivocally say which of you he loved more. Oh, fuck you. Okay, ask about the Hemidile project. Yeah. What is this project? What's the purpose of it? To control people, Evan. See? See? I'm like one step ahead of this game. Using repeater towers spread throughout the city, 2,841 of them altogether, connected to a single network. If you adjust the wavelength properly and send a signal, you can make people do anything you like. What's more, it's possible to create more complex patterns and command different people to do different things. You can make ordinary people obey and not complain, make soldiers go to war, make workers work, you can command everyone to be happy and they'll be happy. Or, you can order everyone to voluntarily go to the nearest euthanasia center and free up some space. One way or another, each individual will become a link in one great chain, part of a self-sustaining system that sees everything and hears everything. This is Hemidile. Okay, so it's brainwashing. Okay, fucking bosses. Also, just to get me to deal with the other bosses, so there's no competition, Evan. He just explained this. As I said, I need something to get rid of. Yes, see? I just love how like I'm one step ahead of this guy. Let's discuss how well that went. Ferguson, thanks to you, that pompous turkey of a man will be kept very busy digging holes for pools he'd never get to swim in. Great work. As for the Slavo, a pure psychopath who should have been put down like a rabid dog a long time ago. Of course, I can't say I haven't gotten my hands dirty from time to time, but I believe that violence should be justified and functional. The things he did were inexcusable and unforgivable. You did everyone a favor by putting an end to it all. Okay? And as for Wienberg, things got out of hand with that clown and his clones. Let him see what an ideal society truly looks like. You're right not to get swept up in his ideas. We'd be heading for a future overrun with clones of— Yeah, that kinda happened. I think it's only fitting that he serve as a biomaterial to help create the clones he loved so much. Okay? And as for where that leaves us, you did a superlative job. Well done. You played your part in my sympathy without missing a single note. You're the star performer. Bitch, I'm the protagonist. The inner circle has been eliminated, and now I'm the only one left. I'm sure to give you a certificate of merit for all your hard work, Evan Redgrave. Okay, ask about my father's death. Did you kill him? How did my dad die? I'll make no secret of the fact that Caleb posed a problem for all of us. What he was developing had the potential to not just shake the scales of power. Hemidile was capable of simply smashing the scales into dust. It's really that brainwashing is really that powerful, huh? And opinions on the matters differed. Some didn't believe that such a project could actually be accomplished. Some wanted to wait until development was finished so that they could take it for themselves. And some were quite content with the current balance of power. Okay? And then the first test exceeded our wildest expectation. It was 100% effective. But your father, and this was a surprise, suddenly grew a conscience. Okay? So you all had him killed. Who was the one who did it? You? I think he was just trying to protect you. None of us had any qualms without harming each other's families after all. So he just jumped out the window himself? You won't believe me, of course, and why should you? But your father jumped out the— Okay! So what the hell? Okay then! You're right, I don't believe a word of it. But I will accept it. You don't have to believe it. You can watch the surveillance camera footage yourself from the terminal. The password is Icarus. Can I talk to you some more, or...? Yeah, I can talk to you some more. I understand all of that, but what does that have to do with me, damn it? The threat of the death of his son would have been enough to get Caleb to give up and hand over access to the first person to get to you. Wait, the threat of the death of his son would have been enough to get Caleb to give up and hand over access to the first person to get to you. So he was clever about it. He tuned Hemidile to your biometrics, DNA, and vital signs. Then he killed himself, so you are the only person in the world who can activate the program. Interesting! But why he stashed those boxes with launch codes all over the ministry, which again, only you can open, I don't quite understand. Yeah, I don't understand either. I found them in like the weirdest places. So you have to be alive, healthy and calm. That is, not in pain or under stress, to launch Hemidile. Shit. That's why you weren't dragged into this office right away. That's why the boss of each floor tried, let's say, to draw you into the orbit of their interests. I don't know, Ferguson and like Weinberg kinda, you know, did a good job. DeSlavo, I barely talked to the guy. My father's first letter, you wrote it, right? Let's just say I edited it a little. The original was much more voluminous. Caleb described the inner circle, Hemidile, and his plans in detail. Huh. But the phrase, don't trust anyone, belongs to him. You should have listened to your father, Evan. Bitch, I still don't trust anyone. You were like the only person that I kinda trusted. Kind of, not completely, okay? That's different. I should have known. You're right about that. I even thought back then, does this guy really have no questions like, why the hell is Dad writing in riddles, instead of just telling everything like it is? I have no... Yeah, I didn't even question that part. By the way, you know how to keep secrets, Evan. You didn't tell Cunningham about me. Not that it matters, but I am pleased that you fulfilled my request. Oh, shit. Yep, I knew my paranoia would screw me over eventually. Finish that trip down Mary Lane, and let's get down to business. Ask about the leader. You said the wise leader doesn't decide anything. Oh yes, you have a unique opportunity to see the wise, great, fair leader, exactly how he really is. If you're going to weep in disappointment, don't do it too loud. There's a button in the terminal. The password is organic vegetable. Aha, you'll appreciate the joke soon enough. Okay, so Icarus and organic vegetable. One second, I still wanna talk to you. Ask about what do you want? Each of the bosses wanted something. What do you want? Me? What do you think I want? Something tells me that a person whose mind could weave such a plan to eliminate competitors doesn't simply want to enjoy the power. Well, cards on the table, right? Spit it! I've been here for many years, in this muddy pool of yours that you call the Great State for some unfathomable reason. Okay? What could be so great about such a colossal mound of shit? You're like maggots, crawling around in the garbage, incapable of imagining anything better. Uh-huh. What is your freedom if you don't know what to do with it? You yourselves gave it to a handful of wicked people many years ago. The inner circle. And it would have been fine if you only poisoned your own it would have been fine if you only poisoned your own lives, but you've built everything around the fact that someone else is to blame. Okay. Everything from economics to demographics is tied to a war with your neighbors, who are also responsible, it turns out, for your inability to go and do something about it. Uh-huh. Oh my god, you're a mole! A boar? Holy shit! I've forgotten who I am over the years, but I have not forgotten what I want to end this damn war that continues to take so many lives. That's why I'm here, Evan. I want to use Hemidile to stop this meat grinder. I want to use it for something else. So that your people and my people can safely build our own happiness. I'm conflicted right now because I kind of want to screw you over for betraying me like this. Well then, Evan, it's time to do what you've spent so much time working towards. Now you will launch Hemidile and hand control over to me. And don't try anything funny, I still have the revolver. I can live without Hemidile. You can't live without your head. Oh, I fucked up again, didn't I? Whoa! What do you know? Well, this is just, Huh! Well, buddy! Looks like I have all the aces in this hole, huh? Wow, it's some kind of force field. Father even thought of that. Now I can really make my own choice. What is this? Welcome to Hemidile Control System. Congratulations on gaining administrative privileges, Evan Redgrave. You have 235 codes for protocol change. The maximum is 250. Connect and isolate Hemidile. Add administrator. God mode? Okay! Okay! What do I want to do first? What do I want to do first? What if I isolate it? Isolate the system from any external change is possible only by the complete removal of all biometric data. In addition to formatting access data and activating additional firewalls, this protocol assumes the physical elimination of the last active... Okay. Now, medical data suggests that this procedure is quick and highly painful. Are you sure? No. What if I connect independent circuits? Is used only for testing the power consumption of the system at minimum subsystems at wait. This protocol is only used for testing the power consumption of subsystems at minimal power. Running the protocol at levels exceed 50% may lead to the complete destruction of the entire Hemodile system. Current power 93%. Okay, so this will destroy Hemodile. This will kill me. This will give what's-his-face control. What's God mode? This protocol may alter a recipient perception of the current administrator's status. Proceed to defy Evan Redgrave. What is this? Contact the previous administrator for additional Hemodile access codes. Oh, that requires all of it. Okay, so this one turns the computer into God mode. What's this? An experimental protocol to introduce recipients to the pursuit of personal happiness and public welfare. Not recommended for use without prior A/B testing on AB audience during AB period. I don't understand a thing. Without analysis of selected coherence, soft launch may result in an LTV decrease. So, if I do this, did I do it? Did I make the good choice?
A low pulsating hum droned through the city, filling the air, boring into every mind and bending every single person to its mechanical will. Men and women, adults and children, rich and poor.
Okay.
In just a few minutes, the entire population submitted to Heimdall's power.
Oh, that's how you say it!
From then on, people thought, felt, wished, and did only what was required of them.
Uh-huh. What did I do?
The desire of an abstract common good embedded into the minds of citizens had unexpected consequences. As it turns out, everyone has their own idea of good, and this meant that people strived for different, often opposite things.
Oh, I fucked up.
A wave of unmotivated violence swept through the city. People attacked one another at random, sincerely believing that they were doing it for the common good. When the wave of violence subsided, leaving behind it blood-soaked streets, the few survivors, shaken to the depth of their souls by the incident, started building a better world.
Oh, I fucked up.
And they did it with such fervor that they forgot about their own basic needs. After only a month, Helmer was a ghost town where even the most desperate did not set foot.
Oh no, I fucked up. What about Evan?
Anyone who understood what was happening and who still had free will wisely fled the city, while Evan stayed on the top floor, witnessing the consequences of his choice day after day.
Oh, I fucked up.
Sometimes in moments of weakness, he thought that punishing himself with the monstrous sight of the massacre below was enough to atone for his sins. But soon there was no one left to whom he could repent.
Oh look, I see Evan.
And so the thought of the shredder several floors below seemed more and more attractive to Evan every day. But what mattered was that the thought was his own.
Oh. So... Huh! I'm gonna assume that's, well, I guess that's, I guess that's how this timeline ends. Okay, so, yeah, I guess that's how Beholder 2 will end for this timeline. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed whatever the hell this turned into. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, comment something. I don't care what it is. I'm probably gonna like pin it or like it. And be sure to watch me on Twitch every now and then. I stream every 2 weeks. I don't even know why I feel obligated to mention it. But yeah, this has been Beholder 2, and holy shit, this is actually entertaining. It's like a step up from the first Beholder game, I'll say that much. And yeah, thank you all for watching. But first off, before I actually end this video, there is something I must do. Something I must do. Where is it? There? There's something I must see first. The wise leader. Does he actually exist? Does that guy actually exist? I want to see if he actually exists. That's what the leader. Oh yes, you have a unique organic vegetable. Okay, okay. I'm gonna see who the hell this wise leader actually is. Does he actually exist? Organic oh wait, how old is the leader first of all? How old is he really? So like this? Okay. This. Oh! So that's the wise leader. He's real. He's real! Okay, so the inner circle makes a decision, you're just a public face. Wow. Hello? Hello, is that you, Collab? No, you look a lot like him. I'm his son. I have so many questions for you, I don't even know where to start. I'm sorry to disappoint you, young man, but I don't know very much. I will have something to ask you of you, but it's far too late. But that's for later, okay? In the meantime, ask your questions if I can, I will answer. Okay, what about your health? What is all this? Why are you here? What are those organs in those tubes for? I'm over 100 years old. They continue to transplant failing organs into me and keep me hooked up to life support. The worst thing is, nobody cares what I want. When they don't need me, they put me in an induced coma. Huh. When they do need me, usually to record yet another propaganda video, they raise me from the dead. Why? Wouldn't it be less trouble to use a lookalike? We had those for a time, but they all wanted something. Money, women, or just to get drunk all the time. After a couple of unfortunate incidents, it was decided to just go back to the one person who already accepted his fate long ago. I'm not blind, I'm easily replaceable. They just don't want to go through the efforts. Okay, ask about the inner circle. Do you even know what's going on in the ministry? I have no idea what you're talking about. These people don't really ask for my opinion, and why would they? What? You're the wise leader? Dude, he's a puppet. And what does that mean? The wise leader is an image, nothing more. You are the father of the nation, the leader of the great state, the conscience, the mind and honor of our era. I want to tell you a story. It's hard to believe that once, a very, very, very long time ago, I was a teenager. Fantasy books were incredibly popular at the time, kind of like fairy tales for adults. Have you ever read anything like that? Kind of. Those kind of books are banned. They say that every citizen must build a real life, not live in fantasies. Well, when I was young, those books were everywhere, and the hardest part was finding the good stories among all the rest. My friend told me the simplest way of identifying the bad ones. You have to read the description of on the back. If you come across a sentence containing more than 3 words that start with a capital letter, the book is most likely rubbish. This technique still works almost 100% of the time. Wait. Look at the back of the book, containing more than 3 words that start with a capital letter. Okay. I hope you now understand why I'm quite sick and tired of all these. Wise leaders, consciousness, minds, and so on. Okay, why don't you do anything? You just lie there while injustice happens all around you, in your own name. What can I do? I have long been just a tired old man who can't even move more than 100 steps away from this machine. Huh. Would you like to hear how I became the wise leader? I was an aspiring theater actor when the revolution started. I mostly played small parts. The most humiliating experience I ever had was portraying a corpse for 3 hours. So the revolutionaries stormed the theater during one of those shows and shot dead every actor for worshipping the bogus values. They left me alone, seeing as I was already acting dead. A week later, I encountered them again on the street. They were shocked. They must have remembered my face. Then someone yelled, "It's a miracle!" And before I knew it, I was put on a pedestal to give a speech. Either out of fear or relief, I got carried away with it. Turns out I was great at making rousing speeches. Okay. Within a fortnight, I was the face of the revolution, and as you can guess, it became my job to speak someone else's words from a stage, inspiring even and motivating others. I was a nobody, and then I remained a nobody, just an echo. At least now, I don't have to play dead anymore. Can I? And as you can see, I already look much deader than any corpse. Wait. Okay, what request? You said you had a request of me. I understand that asking this from a stranger is too much, but there might be no other chance. I'm so tired, I'm sick of myself. So many years have passed and I'm still the same soulless talking machine. I want you to yeah, I get it. I was thinking like maybe he would ask me to kill him, because I mean your life is pretty depressing. Kill me, I beg you. Stop this meaningless agony. After all, so many people have been deprived of their organs to support my life. And I'm just I'm just a scratched up turntable playing the same record over and over again. Unplugging me is pointless. Those light supports have a great many safeguards. Just take a pillow. Kill me, friend. Do the right thing. End my suffering. Well, I already have like 4 souls on my belt, so why not? Okay, I'll help you. I'm sorry. Not at all. May your hand be steady. Please know, you're doing me a great kindness. Hey buddy, what's up? Dude, I see Hermanus in the background just turned with his back turned. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, my friend. This is getting dark. This is getting dark. I've done it. Now there was another thing I want to see about you, buddy. Buddy. There was something else I wanted to see. Okay, who are you really? Okay, blah blah blah. He said something about a code. Which one was it? Okay, Icarus. Okay, I got it. Oh, I can still look at the wise leader. No, I cannot. That's just a bug. Okay, so then, Icarus. Let's see what's on this thing. Okay, this. What is this? Great job, Redgrave. A real breakthrough. I won't let you bastards have Heimdall. I won't let you bastards have Heimdall. You'll all only make things worse. To hell with you. You protected your son. We understand and respect that, but you didn't do anything to protect yourself. How long do you think you will last on my table? You've got to jump off cliffs all the time and build your wings on the way down. What? Isaac, what is he talking about? Oh, this is when he jumped out the window. Okay, so this connected a few dots. Huh. So glad that's just kind of there for me. I'm so glad you just have that up for me, buddy. So glad you put that up. I kind of want to see what God Mode does. Okay, so this is a completely different timeline now, okay? A completely different timeline. I just want to see what God Mode does. Yeah, define me. Call the personality initiated. Oh, we're enslaved.
A low pulsating hum droned through the city, filling the air.
Heimdall enslaves everyone.
In just a few minutes, the entire population submitted to Heimdall's power.
Yeah.
From then on, people thought, felt, wished, and did only what was required of them.
Yeah, what did Heimdall do? What did he do? What did it do?
Is a cult of personality really such a bad thing?
What?
After all, if someone receives praise to the high heavens, doesn't that mean that they deserve it? The mindless worship of the wise leader was replaced by the blind adoration of Evan Redgrave.
Oh.
And if citizens had previously been able to afford to express their disapproval of the current state of affairs even in a whisper, now no one would have dared to do so, because having one's own thoughts is an unaffordable luxury in a country covered with relay towers.
Uh-huh.
But this is not the end, it is only the beginning. There are still so many places in the world where Heimdall towers are yet to rise into the skies, and so many countries yet to learn about Evan Redgrave.
So this is the better ending?
Replacing the wise leader, is that not the pinnacle of a ministry career? The name Redgrave was respected before, but now it inspires awe.
Okay.
Isn't that what you wanted for your son, Father? Isn't that the greatness you dreamed of when you created Heimdall? Evan sits at the top of the world, and everything belongs to him, from the mountains and rivers to the people and their thoughts. He alone decides what his subjects can feel and want.
Okay.
Evan Redgrave is a god now, and what does it matter that the fate of all gods is loneliness?
Huh. Oh, that's much better than what happened in the other timeline. Okay, so I'll just keep that as like a side thing. The real time, what actually happened in Beholder 2 was like Evan accidentally killed everyone. That's canon. Okay, that's the new canon. That's just a subplot. No, that's not even I don't know. Evan's fever dream. You know, that's just Evan's fever dream. The timeline where everyone just killed themselves is like it's canon. Okay, it's canon. So, anyways, now this can be the end of Beholder 2. Like and subscribe.